Good afternoon, everybody. I'm just gonna do the usual thing and refresh the Facebook page on my computer just so that it catches up with my iPad. It's quite quick today, that's a bonus. So I'll let you all get logged in before I start doing anything. I'll turn these subtitles off. I know it'll be a bit quieter with viewers today because obviously it's the Jubilee weekend. But I thought it's a few weeks since I've done a Facebook Live, so while I'm having a day off, I'll do a Facebook Live. Hi Lee. So I'll just give everybody a few minutes to get logged in, see how far we get to before we start. Hi Helen. Bless you. Hi Anne. Right, it's starting to catch up now, the computer. Hiya Bev. Bev, I've just seen your message. I'll answer you after, because my phone, I'm using my phone as the camera, so I'll answer you afterwards. Hi Annette. Hi Irene. Hi Pam from across the way. Hi Alison. Oh, Alison, you might recognise this card. It's from one of yours. A day off, I know, it's ridiculous. I'm trying to have a day off, but I haven't. Hi Angela. Hi Sandy. Hi Linda. Right, people are starting to get logged in now. Right, so I'm not going to spend ages today, he says, and this will be my version of one of Alison's cards that I thought was fabulous. And although I've called it clean and simple, it's not. Hi Jackie, first time watching, thank you. Hi Michelle. Hi Arlene. Right, so I know that there's going to be less people watching today because obviously it's a Jubilee weekend. But I still wanted to do a Facebook Live because I've not done one for a few weeks. So let's take this off and I'll show you kind of what we're going to be doing. Hi Alice. Hi Sue. Hi to everybody I've not spoken to already. So this is actually a demo that I had prepped for my shows when I was on Create and Craft. Whenever it was it last week? I can't remember, week before, whichever day it was. Hi Sheila. And obviously I always prep 2 demos per hour that I'm on TV, and we all know already that on the first show I'm only going to get 1 demo done, so I always end up with 1 left over, and it's just too pretty to not show you. So I was going to do it as a YouTube video, but I thought no, let's do it as a Facebook Live for those of you that are stuck in the house, and you can have a bit of a giggle with me instead. So let's get cracking. I want to try and get this done in under an hour. Hi Emma. So the colours I've used, I'll just show you. These are all the bits for this card. Now I've not done everything because obviously I wanted to show you how to put the flowers together if I was doing this on TV. So I'm going to do that again now. But I will just show you what I've done so far. So this is actually, well, I was going to say it's a 7 by 5. Oh, I don't know, Lee. You might be better phoning the shop. Because I'm actually using the Cascading Circles today. Hi, Carol. Hi, Helen. So you might be better phoning the shop next week because I honestly don't know how much stock we've got left, if any. Hi, Shell. So the glitter layer that I've got there, so you can see I've got the glitter going around that white layer. So that is actually an A5. So if you were making this as an A5 card, it would absolutely work. Me being me, I've made it a little bit bigger because I like the extra layer underneath. And the 2 colours I've used, these are just gorgeous together. These are the Purple Passion and the Zingy Chartreuse, and I'll just show you them side by side. These are obviously the bits I've been using for the die cutting, but Purple Passion and Zingy Chartreuse look absolutely gorgeous together. Just about to say that looks big. No, it's not, Michelle. Honestly, I promise you that this white layer here is an A5 card, so it's just A4 folded in half, so it's easy to replicate this. Hiya Pat, I am darling, thank you. I hope you are too. Hi Janice, not to worry. So love these 2 colours together. Zingy Chartreuse is one of those colours that I go back to quite often, and it looks fab when you're doing this kind of thing. And that's just a piece of scrap that I'm going to stamp the sentiments onto. So before I forget to tell you all, if you are ordering from the website this weekend, Karen has done a 10% code that expires tomorrow. So when you get to the checkout stage, if you just type where it says, do you have a discount code? Just type in the word Jubilee before you check out, and then you'll get 10%. Then you'll get 10% off your whatever's in your basket, even if it's already got a discount on it already. So Julie, at the bottom of the screen, there is a little, actually Bev showed me a quicker way. So where it says Sentimentally Yours is live now, there are 3 little buttons at the side. If you click on that, you can turn the subtitles off from that. Hi David. Otherwise, if you hover over the screen, there's a little button pops up in the bottom right hand corner that has CC, a little box with CC in it. If you click that, you can turn the subtitles off from there as well. I know that because mine come on automatically every bloody time. So we've got the base already prepped and the Diamond Dazzle glitter around that layer. I'll quickly run through what I'm going to be using today, just in case you do want to go shopping and you've not got these already. So I'm going to use the, I can't believe we've got any of these left. I'm really surprised we've got any of these left. I'm going to use the Stitch Tab Sentiments because they work perfectly with this card. And remember, I've taken the inspiration for this card from one that Alison actually made for the show. So I've not got it here, but if you go to the album on the Sentimentally Yours page, you'll see the album full of samples that the design team did with the new Shabby Die collection. They're absolutely stunning. Hi Lona, hi Tracy. So I'm going to use the Stitch Tab Sentiments. Don't know which one yet, which is why I've got both of them out. I'm also going to be using, and I know from what Lee's just told me, that the Cascading Circles is sold out on the website again. But I am using, sorry everybody, I am using the Cascading Circles because this is what I had prepped already. If I'd have had sense or had time, I could have used the hexagons, but no, I've prepped the circles. So I'm not sure, I honestly don't know whether we've got any of these. You'd need to phone the shop on, well, I don't even know when they're back. Are they back on Monday or Tuesday? Well, if you phone the shop on Monday and nobody answers, it's because they're not in. So you'd have to phone them on Tuesday. Ilona or the Cascade. Have you not got these, Ilona? Oh, yeah, of course. I remember now. Message me later, Ilona. So I'm using the Cascading Circles. I'm also using the new Shabby Dragonflies, and I absolutely love these. Is Karen watching? I don't know whether Karen's gardening today. So I'm using the Shabby Dragonflies, and I've actually used all of them bar one, I think, for this card. I'm also using Sensational Stamens number 2. So number 2 is the one that, well, it's the only one we've got in stock now because number 1 has sold out really quickly. And I'm just going to show you because I know somebody's asked Karen if these 2 dies are the same. So I'm just going to put these next to each other because they do look identical, these 2, but I promise you they're not. One has a teeny tiny bump and it's a little bit rounder than the other. So when you put them next to the dies that they relate to, you can actually see which one belongs to which. So I promise you they are different. Even if it's a teeny tiny difference, I promise you they are. And I know that because it was me that designed them. And then we're going to be using the Shabby Blossoms die. So I didn't get to use the Shabby Blossoms when I was on my shows on Create and Craft. I tried to use all the different flowers throughout my demos, but obviously I didn't get time to finish this one. So I can show you the Shabby Blossoms on this card. I've also used the one that I go back to time and time again, the classic Flourish embossing folder. Oh, thank you, Shell. We'll wait till Christmas. We've got two shows coming up in June. I'll tell you about those at the end. So I'm using the classic Flourish embossing folder. Hi Jennifer. And I'm also using the Stitch Torn Circle dies. So, oh, I haven't finished yet. I've nearly finished. And we're going to use 2 of the Flawless Media metallic paints. And I'm using Royal purple and olive. Olive is actually a really good mix, a really good match to the zingy chartreuse. It's a little bit darker, but it's absolutely gorgeous and it works really well. So we're using the olive and the royal purple. And for the sentiment, I've not decided yet. So zingy chartreuse is a difficult colour to match with the ink pads, with the distress oxides. So I'll probably go for the monarch, which is the deep purple, and then matte and layer with the zingy chartreuse cardstock. But if I had to choose, it would probably be twisted citron, which is a bit brighter, or peeled paint, which is a little bit darker, but both of them will go. How about that? How about that? So the first thing we're going to do is I'll show you the flowers that I've already got done. Not many on this card, but I think there's only 5. So these are the ones I had done already. So you can see I've just shaped them backwards, which I'm going to do. I'm going to do one live with you just to show you. And I've used these zingy chartreuse scraps for the stamens, and then one with the purple passion for that one. I've got all these bits, which I'm going to put to one side. So I've got the leaves here as well. Oh, I forgot to show you the shabby foliage. So this is the shabby foliage, which I haven't got the dye out, but that's the new one, which is fast becoming a go-to. And I love the individual leaves as well. So we've got some individual leaves going on there. And then I've got the dragonflies. So I've not decided yet whether to have them like this, so the colour showing through from underneath, or whether to have them as separates. There you go. So I'll do that at the end when we get to the sticky together stage. So the first thing I'm going to do is do a few splats. So on this embossed piece of card here, I've got the "Hi Julie, hi Susan, not to worry, Cascading Circles will be added shortly to the website." So there can't be many left. So I suggest when Karen tells you, "No worries David, I was a bit tight on the..." Do you know, this is why I called it a clean and simple sort of card, because it's not clean and simple, but it is compared to what I normally do. So we've got the Classic Flourish card here where we've got the embossing on, and I'm going to do it on the little one, I think. So these are the stitch torn circles. So I'm going to do 2 colours of splats on here, and I'm going to use the paints that I just showed you. I'm just going to get a drink. So if I just show you these, you'll be able to see that these are really filled with mica. I mean, I know most of you have seen these already, but you can see that's a beautiful metallic finish. But I don't want that for this card. I want a flat chalk effect. So I want this to look chalky rather than pearly, if that makes sense. So for those of you that have watched me before, you will know how to do this. This is why these paints are such good value for money. For the price they are, you can do such a lot with them. We're going to change it from being metallic to a chalk paint, and the way you do that is to just mix it with a bit of gesso. So I'm going to create both bits on here. Now, top tip, because I've done this with one of my pots of gesso, please make sure you don't get any of your paint, not even 1 drop of your paint in the gesso, because it will stain the whole pot, and it will just bleed out. So don't do that. So I'm going to put a little bit of gesso there. Hopefully you can see that just. And a little bit there. Move up mouse. My mum's watching. Hi Mum. So now we need to take some of the colour. I'm just going to get another brush. So I've got to do the splats separately, which is why I'm doing doing this in one go. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the purple. There's probably enough there. So that's how much I'm using. Where it focuses. That's all I need of that. Remember to clean your brushes as well. And another tip for you. Don't leave your brushes drying like that. Leave them drying flat. It protects the bristles. And then we'll take a little bit of the, I'll use the same brush, little bit of the olive. There we go. And I'm going to mix that in with that one. So I don't know whether you can see this, and I can't lift it up to show you. But it's now changed the white gesso into a lovely pale green. I might put a bit more in actually. I'll do it with this. It's just a good way to get more from your paints. So you no need now to buy different chalk paints because your gesso does the same job. There we go. I've got a lovely pale green, almost a minty green colour. I don't know whether you'll be able to tell. If I bring this up, you might be able to tell. Oh, there you go, look. So we've now changed that beautiful olive metallic paint to a very soft minty green. Perfect. And I've got to do the splats in 2 separate goes because I need to mix the paint. So let's get some water on that. I have got a box on the floor. So I'm just going to put these in the box and splat. And I'm going to move to my splatty brush. Then this can be drying, you see, while we're doing the rest. Put that in there, put that in there. I'm not splatting any of my flowers. I'm going to leave those nice and clean. So that's the green done. And I'm going to do the same. Oops. Going to do the same with the... Sorry, I've just banged the camera. Make everybody dizzy. Thank God you didn't contaminate that green paint, I know. Joe washing mum's patio. Busy, busy. So now we've got this lovely lilac colour from the royal purple. You can obviously, if you want these to be true colours to what's in the paint, you can just do it direct with a bit of water. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to add some dark purple splats as well. So let me just clean this up. Oops. It's good job my desk is white because it would have just been gessoed. If you could see how I'm navigating in between all these lights and phones and iPads, trying to get the kitchen rolling. So I am going to add a couple of the paint, the purple darker. It's really windy here as well, so we will get the metallic tint from that. Oops. A bit of water. Splatty brush. I need to change that water. It's got all sorts of colours in it. And we'll add a few dark purple splats as well. Fabulous. I'll bring that in and show you. Right. So we've now got that lovely pale green. We've got the lilac colour. So the two pale colours on here will be will dry chalky, so you'll get a lovely chalky finish. And the dark purple splats, they will dry pearlescent. So I'm going to leave those in the box to dry while we get on with the next bit. It's supposed to be in the garden, but it's raining and windy. It's not raining here, but on my screen it keeps popping up that rain is coming, which is fabulous. Right, so now onto the flower. So if you saw any of the shows when I was on Create and Craft, you would have seen that I said whichever way you shape the flowers, you're going to get a different effect from them. And I also said glitter your stamens while they're still flat. So I'm going to do that first. So I'm going to use my pointy tweezers, which are the really fine tip ones, which means I can go in between I'll show you, look, it means I can go in between the little fronds or the little parts of the stamen and hold it in place. And then just a little blob of glue on each one. It's time consuming, but it's better than having it all gloopy at the end. Well, it's time consuming when you're making loads of flowers like I do. So now look, if I can get that off my tweezers, we've now only got glitter on the fronds, which just makes it a lot easier. So let's just put that there to dry. And we're going to use the same tweezers. Just pinch them in to get it got flattened. So this flower is actually this die set. And this is why I love these. You can see the bottom of the yeah, you're absolutely right. In fact, Jennifer, I've got a great big sack of Diamond Dazzle. I'll top that up later, because clearly it's nearly empty, look. So, depending on which way you shape these flowers, depends on the finish you get. So you can obviously get your ball tool and do what we normally do, which is shape each petal. You can get your bone folder and curl them back, curl them up, but we're going to point these backwards. So one of the things that I was doing when I was designing these, I'm going to bring that in so you can see. So the center, there isn't a center debossed line, which means when you shape these, you're not going to get it perfectly symmetrical, which is exactly what we want. In fact, you can do it without your tweezers, if I'm honest. Look. You can just run around with your fingers and point it backwards, and it's so clever how it changes the whole look of the flower just by shaping it backwards. So I'll do the same with the other one. Just get fiddly when you get to the smaller flowers, which is when you will need your tweezers. Or if you've got fingernails, you'll be fine. So let's just shape those up. The stamen's obviously not dry yet, but I am going to stick it in. I'm going to be a rebel. So just to scare everybody, hi Susan, not to worry Alice, have a lovely time. We're back. I'm back on Create and Craft on the 17th of June. and also on the 30th of June. So all I've done is put a little bit of glue in, push that down, and it looks fab already, look. Doesn't that look beautiful? And I'm going to do the stamen. I would normally leave the stamen to set, to dry first, but I'm just going to do it and be a rebel. So a little bit of glue in the middle, pop the stamen in, and just push that down. Oh, that doesn't it look lovely? And I'll pop the gem in whilst we're on that. Not wearing a white shirt now. That's because I knew I was going to be splatting Jasmine. I would, Bev. 2 lots of shows in June. It doesn't happen very often. But we've got the 17th and we've got the 30th. So I'm just going to pop that in. Oh, these are the Aurora Crystal Gemporiums. They're the Aurora ones. Day before Lee's bought here. So we've now got 3 flowers with the Zingy Chartreuse and 2 flowers with the Purple Passion. I'll put them to one side. See how the drying's coming on. Not quite dry yet. Look how fab that looks now. It started to dry. You won't see a lot of this by the time we've put all the extras on. So I'm just going to put that there, see if it dries any quicker. So while we're waiting, we'll stamp the sentiment. Oops, the glue's just dripped into my mouse. And we're using the stitch tab sentiments for this. I can't decide yet which way around I want the sentiment to go. Let's have a look. I want it to be facing that way, I think. So we'll have oh, I'm tormenting myself. We'll have You're the Best. Too many choices. So You're the Best is an open one, so you'll see more of the card. And because I'm using a VersaFine Clay for this, I'm using the Monarch. Which is a beautiful deep purple colour. But I am going to go in twice. Just to make sure we get a lovely dark colour. There's lots of birthdays in June. Whose birthday is it tomorrow? We've had Julia's, we've had Karen's. We've had Ted, who's my nephew dog. We've just missed Milo's at the end of May. Oh, I don't need to go in a second time. How fab is that? Cleaning the ink straight off my stamp because it bugs me. Here we go. Oops. Oh. Right, so we've got You're the Best, and I particularly wanted a sentiment that was facing left because we're going to have a little bunch of flowers at the end of it. Yeah, happy birthday to everybody whose birthday is in June. And we'll do 2 layers of card for this. Let's just make sure that's dry. I'll have a drink while I'm wafting. Anyway, while I'm wafting, how has your weekend been? Has anybody got a garden party or a street party? Nobody's done it on our street, but I'm glad because I want to run anyway. So let's cut this out. So I'm going to cut this out and I'm going to try and leave a little white edge, a teeny tiny white edge on this, just so it stands out a little bit more from the card, the coloured card. So it almost looks, I don't know whether this is dry or not yet, we'll soon find out. So it almost looks like we've matted this onto white card, but obviously we haven't. Aren't they fabulous? I love these. I wonder if I should do more of them. Oh, that's fab. So Jasmine's off to a tea party. We had afternoon tea yesterday. That's good. And now we're going to mat and layer this onto 2 layers of colour. This is why I save all my scraps. So chartreuse first. Can't get much more from that. I'll save it because I can still get a few stamens from it. So the teeniest of margins. Teeniest of margins, and we're going to do the same on the royal purple, and then hopefully that's enough time for the background to have dried. I know Karen was supposed to have been doing a barbecue tomorrow, but the weather forecast isn't very good for the weekend. As you would expect, it's a bank holiday. Right, so we've now created a lovely little sentiment topper using the just scraps of card and the sentiment. I love that. I love that you can layer them up. Let's see how dry we are. We're almost dry. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take those wet bits off. See if I've missed any before I start sticking. That's it. Oh, street party there, but you've not been invited. That's just rude. It's a shame she's been struggling with her mobility, really, but I think she does remarkable. So I'm going to have the darker purple towards the top. And they're fabulous. It's not too much either, it's just really subtle. Looks a bit darker on your screen than it actually is in real life. It's a little bit more subdued. I'll take the little circle out so that can be finishing off drying. Right, so let's get on with this layout. How long have I been? Oh, hey, that's not bad at all. Proper cooking on gas. This party starts at 3. Right, so these are the 3 panels that we've cut from the stitch tab dies. No, they're not. These stitch torn circles. And we're doing a little trio like so. I'm going to put the top one on first on foam tape with nothing on it, just glitter. Well, I'll be watching The Secrets of Dumbledore tonight. Hi Anne, not to worry. Are you in on Wednesday, Anne? So let's just do some glue around the edge of this for the glitter. Just working my way around. I know, it's ridiculous, Patricia. 35 minutes. Do you know what it is? It's because I had a lot of the prep already done. Because it's a TV demo. I don't think I've ever made a card this quick. Yeah, these colours are fab, aren't they, Emma? The Purple Passion and the Zingy Chartreuse are fabulous together. So I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on my foam tape, mainly because we're going onto an embossing folder. So where we've got the raised areas, the glue will seep in. So I'm going to come about there. And now we're going to step up. So I'm going to step up here. So it needs to be, in fact, we'll go that way. So I need foam tape 2 high. So foam tape 2 high and a little bit of glue gel on the other bit. So that's a little tip for you. So whenever I'm doing these, like these little platforms, if you have a little bit of glue on there, it stops it from pinging up when you start sticking your embellishments on. And then the last one needs to be 3 high, but I might just do it with glue gel actually. It's not quite dry. It is now. If I just bring this in and show you, I don't know how close we'll get with the camera, but if I wiggle that, can you see that that dark purple splodge is still pearlescent? I don't know how good the camera will be. Oh, there you go. So all the ones where I diluted with the gesso have gone chalky, but the couple of little solid ones are still pearlescent. It's a fabulous effect. I'm going to do this just with glue gel, I think, just to be a bit quicker. because sometimes when you use 3 high with the foam tape, sometimes it gets a little bit, what's the right word, kinky, gets a little bit bendy, and I don't like that. I want this to be straight like that, look. Right. Cooking on gas. Yeah, so tonight for me is Secrets of Dumbledore. I've earned it this week. I can't give you any hints about what's coming in June. I can tell you that the next release is 7 new stamps. I can also tell you that the design team have not even got them yet. Poor loves. But hopefully it won't be too long. So let's just get this sentiment on, and then I know what I'm working with. You've never heard of glue gel, Jackie? It's pin flare glue gel. So it's a non-silicon. It says it's colourless, obviously. It's transparent. It's silicon free, which is why I use this one, because silicon gives me migraines. Dries completely clear, which it does, and it's easy to use, which it is. It does have a bit of an odour when it's dry. Yep, I know all about Christmas, Lee. It's on the 25th of December. So when you're doing dimensional, I stick all my flowers on with this, Jackie. All my embellishments are stuck on with glue gel. So let's just put this on as well. It's solid as well. Once it sets, it's not going anywhere. Let's just pop that there. So I'm just checking how far I need to go with the glue gel. And you can get syringes to apply it with, but I struggle with the syringes, which is why I'm on a cocktail stick. So I've got a little bit of foam that's from packaging, my cocktail sticks, and I just stab them in there when I'm not using them. So let's pop that on there. Make sure that's straight. It's perfect. I know, Ilona, they come in on Thursday, so you'll probably get them Friday, which is really, really bad timing because I know you're on a week's holiday. But Karen had an idea when we were out the other day, so I'll message you all when I've made a fresh coffee after the Facebook, just to see if it's an idea worth doing. So that's where we're at. So the sentiment's on, the circles are on, and that's just literally so I can see where I'm going with everything. And now we're going to do the dragonflies. I'm just going to get my bone folder, if I can find it. So the dragonflies, if you saw the shows, I would have already told you this. So on the dragonfly die set, let me just find it without squashing the card. So on the dragonfly die set, you have the big lacy one. You also have the big solid one, and they are exact sizes. So I know that if I wanted to stick the whole thing on top of it, the whole thing would fit perfectly because they're exact. They're exactly the same. And you have the same in the second to largest, the lacy and the solid. And then you have, I've only cut one. Then you have 2 more solid ones as well. But even, I'm just going to try and show you because sometimes you can't always see when you're on TV. Even in plain cardstock look, you get that lovely, there you go, you get that lovely deboss detail in the body of the dragonflies. So they're not just plain, not that I do anything, just plain. We'll leave that to the others. So we are going to shape these and make these 4-winged. And those of you that know me will know that I hate anything when you've got 4 antennae, because it's just not right. So this is going to be on the bottom, so I'm going to snip the antennae off these. And the same with the small one. What have I missed? You had to say, oh, is it throwing it down, babe? It's actually not raining here yet, touch wood. Mr. M, you need to pick a May challenge winner. Oh, crikey. I agree, it's not to worry, you can watch from the beginning. It'll save on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page. So I've now snipped off the extra antennae and we can pop the solid ones on. So I am using wet glue for this. I'm using my PVA because it's a strong bond. So I've just gone straight over the top, and now it looks, because we've only got one set of antenna, it looks normal, it looks right. I'm going to do the same with the next one. In fact, I'm going to put it on here, it's easier. I'll pop that on there. So my sister's jet washing my mum's patio, and she could have just waited till it rained. So we've now got that lovely colour showing through from underneath. But I'm going to shape the wings now. Now I've glued these together. And I always do this after I've stuck them together. So I'm just going to give it a little curl back, just to give us some dimension. And then with your tweezers, just hold the middle of the body, poke the wings up, poke them down a bit, and we've now got that. So you still get that lovely colour showing through, but it's separated and made it look like we've got 4 wings. I'm going to do the same with this one. So I'll do the coloured ones first, and then the lacy ones. Don't do all 4 together because you'll snap the bottom ones off. Tweezers, poke the body out. Aren't they lovely? And then the little one, I'm just going to curl the wings back because there's no lacy one for the small ones. It would have been too small. Oops. So we've still got a dimensional one. Okay, so now the dragonflies are done, the flowers are done, the leaves are already done and glittered. And we're now going to come to the cascading circles. So on Alison's original card, I think Alison stuck the whole thing down and then put the extras over the top. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to separate these and use them in 2 parts. So I'm just tearing this, and because it's a circle, you don't have to line anything up. Let's have the big one at the top. That's better. Fabulous. Fabulous. So you know how I do this. Glue on my mat. If you do this as well, just to give you a little bit of a tip, if you do this and you forget to wipe the glue off, just leave it to set and you can pick it up. You can just scrape it up. So I'm just dipping these in to the glue. And then I'll tuck that in. And that breaks up the splats in the background as well. I'm also going to show you something else that you've probably not noticed yet. So I'll do the same with the other one. Oops, I've just squashed that circle at the bottom. So it's an oval now. So this is just from one die cut. Love that. Love, love, love that. And I am just going to wipe this glue up. Where's it? Best thing I ever did with these mats. Right, we're getting there, slowly but surely. Where are the lip gloss content? Oh, Bev, do you know what? They're either still in my car or they're in my craft room somewhere. They're definitely here somewhere. I'm useless. So what I'm going to do with these dragonflies is just glitter the bodies. I'm leaving the wings plain because I like the card. I like to see the card showing through underneath. So I'm just going to glitter the bodies. Diamond dazzle as ever. Same on the other one. I'm not glittering the wings, I just want the bodies doing. And I'm just going to do the body of the other one as well. So remember, the glue dries clear. So even on this even on the smallest dragonfly, when that glue dries, we'll just get a lovely purple glittery body. Which reminds me of a nightclub I went to once. No, I'm kidding. So now let's get this card stuck together. So the dragonflies are going on first, and we're having the big one at the top. Try and get a little bit on the end of that tail. So the big dragonfly is going there. And then I bet you don't know what's coming next. Was it? Oh my God, Bev, that's going back a bit. Is that still there, Roxy? What was the other one? Was Cairo Jacks in Sheffield as well? Was Cairo Jacks Sheffield as well, Bev? Bev's talking to me about nightclubs. Studio, more like Studio. I'd have loved to have gone to Studio 54. So let's pop that one in as well. So let's go in the other direction. And then the baby one is going on the bottom one. It was, yeah, crikey. Showing my age now. I was a good boy anyway, I didn't go clubbing. Well, no, that's... I'm going to have to retract that because it's not true. Then I'm going to pop that one. Let's have it a little bit further over so I can get a flower on there. And now we're going to pop the flowers on. So the flowers are going in between the in shots. So I'm going to have the big one there, I think. No, I'm not. I'm going to have the big one there. I'm going to have that one there. I'm trying to remember what I had in my head when I prepped this, because I know I did it slightly different to Alison. So just bear with me. No, that's not right, because I definitely had 2 for the bottom. That's it. I knew there was a method in my madness. Lies! I wasn't a good guy. Just splattered your desk and phone in purple space. Blame me. You should always have a big box, Susan, for your splattered. So let's get these on first. So the flowers are going on first, and then the leaves are getting tucked in underneath. So this is my version of a clean and simple card. It's not very clean and it's not very simple, but you get the idea. You'll notice as well, I don't know whether I pointed it out, I've not actually glittered the petals on the flowers, because we've got the glitter and the stamens. I've left it just at that. Sometimes it's nice to see that lovely deboss detail from the dies, and that's why I spend all that time putting every deboss line in by hand. So all these lines that you see on, all these lines and the deboss detailing that you see on my dies, I do each one of those individually. You can't even copy and paste because the lines are different on each one. Right, so now some leaves. Now do I put these on with glue gel? Yeah, I better do. So Jackie, if you're still watching, when you start to use the glue gel on the finer things, you just need to bear in mind if you catch anything when you're tucking them underneath. So I've just put a blob on the end, look. I'm going to hold that with my tweezers. I'm going to lift that flower and tuck it underneath. I'm going to have the next big one at the... I think I might have it here actually. Yeah, let's go in there. So just lift your flower up, tuck the leaf underneath. And then one of the individuals, so the big one, you can put the glue underneath the bigger ones. Nearly done. We are nearly done. I've just got 2 more things to do after I've popped these leaves on. So I've not done bad because I said about an hour. How long have we been? I don't even know how long we've been. How long does the glue gel take to dry? Good couple of hours, I would say, Jackie, if I'm honest with you. So like this card here, now I've nearly finished it, I will just put that to one side and leave it to set. So maybe enough. Yeah, Patricia's just saying, look, it depends how thick you put it on for. So I've used quite a bit on here. So this piece here, look, that I've got underneath the sentiment, can you see? That will take a few hours. Whereas the bits underneath the dragonflies would be quite quick. So I don't know whether people have noticed this, but in the Cascading Circles, some of the circles are big enough to put the 8mm. Where's that gone? Yeah, the 8mm. I don't know why I ain't got my pickup tool. The 8mm gems and pearls in, and some of them are big enough to pop the 5mm in. So I'm going to do that. Let's just pop a few on, and these are going on with white glue, PVA. I picked the wrong circle there, but not to worry. So nearly done. And one up there. And we are, nearly done, nearly done. So what I'm going to do now, because I can see some of that glue gel underneath my dragonflies, so that's going to bug me, so we're going to cover it with glitter. So the bits you do see end up being pretty. And then we'll do the side of the sentiment as well. Nearly done, nearly done. And then I've got work to do, which I know won't surprise anybody. And there we go. A Phil Martin version of a clean and simple card. Isn't that just pretty though? There you go. Oh, Bev's doing the YouTube channels for us. Thanks, Bev. So I'll bring this in and bring this a little bit closer so you can see all the detail. I'll tip it on its side so you can see how much texture and dimension we've got going on there. And then we'll do a little top to bottom. Isn't that beautiful? I love these colours together. Love the dragonflies. Love all the new dyes. Love the metallic paints. And I just think that's a really, really pretty card. Let me just bring that a bit closer. So thank you, Alison, if you're watching still, for the idea, because I got the idea from Alison, from one of her samples she did for the DT. And I've just taken it and changed it a little bit. But how fabulous. In fact, I don't know whether you've noticed, you've probably not noticed, but can you see, look how we've still got the pale chalky green and the pale lilac. So the green and purple tones really work well together. So how long have I been? 1 hour 5. How about that? So it just shows you can, I know I had a lot of the prep already done but this is a relatively simple card to make once you've got all the bits, and just utilises the dies as well. So I've splattered the background, I've kept that big circle plain so it breaks up the splats. I've kept all my leaves, all my petals of the flowers pure white, no glitter. I've got glitter on the tips of the foliage, which is my thing. I quite like just doing the tips of the leaves with the glitter, so you still see all the deboss detail. We've got the dragonflies on there, and we've got the cascading circles just in the background. So I hope you've enjoyed that. At least I've managed to fit you in this week, so we've not missed out for the Jubilee weekend. Thank you, Pam. I hope you're both okay. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Remember, everybody, please make sure you have liked and followed the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page. And all the products that I've used today, if they are still in stock, are available on the website honeypotcrafts.co.uk. You can ask to join our lovely Crafters Inspiration group if you're not already in it. So just search on Facebook for Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours, and you will find the group and you can ask to join the group. My YouTube channel is called the same, Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours. And you will also find Ilona from the design team on YouTube, Crafting with Ilona. And also my good pal Julia Watts Crafts. So loads of inspiration from everybody. I promise you, I am going to find time to do some new videos for YouTube. I've just got a lot on this month, but I will get around to it. So have a lovely rest of the weekend, everybody. I'll take a photo of this once it's set and put it on the Facebook page so you can see it in all its glory. So stay safe, everyone. Have a lovely weekend. Remember, you have got 10% off the website. When you check out, you'll see the little discount box, and just put in the code Jubilee and you'll get 10% off whatever's in your basket, even if it's already on a discount. How good am I? So thanks, everybody. Have a lovely weekend, and I shall see you all pretty soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.